Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
Razabani for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. With me, I got my man all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, the Ripper himself, Badou Jack. Badou, it's been a while. How are we doing?
I'm great. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How's the family? How's everybody around you during these crazy times?
Everybody good. We started training camp like a week ago, so we're on another lockdown, but just lockdown for training. That's it.
I know I spoke to you a couple of months ago, and we were in lockdown. But has anything? I don't think anything's got better in America since.
Not really. No. We're in the house. We go work out, take the kids to the park, and basically that's it. So it's we're used to it now, but yeah, inshallah, hopefully in the future, in a couple of months or whatever, this will all be over.
When we spoke a couple of months ago, you had just announced teaming up with your new trainer, Jonathan Banks. I've seen over the last couple of 6-7 weeks, you were out in Big Bear training with Jonathan, Triple G as well. But how's the relationship with Jonathan, and have you kind of just gelled together now and got used to things? Because I know you're not a fan of all the stuff where the mitts move faster than the fighters punch. You're more of the old school traditional style. So how's it all working out at the moment?
Great actually. He just left. He went to Big Bear right now. He's staying at my house. So, I mean, we're really close, and training going great. He got his assistant guy too, that I do miss with too. He's more of that the new school, but yeah, we mix it up. We do both. But so he'll be back in a couple of days. So so I guess Gennady got a fight too coming up. So yeah, he's going back and forth between Big Bear and Vegas. So it's not that far, but.
So you just said there that you got another trainer that does all the quick hand stuff with the mitts.
Yeah.
What's more efficient?
I mean, actually both, because I mean, to me, the way Banks hold mitts is more like you really fight. Somebody that do that, like the other guy, for example, Rick is his name. That's more for rhythm and for conditioning and for throwing more punches, which I need. So, yeah, I work with both. So that's his assistant trainer, and yeah, I follow his program.
There's obviously been an announcement you're going to be fighting in November. I believe it's 28th of November. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's the 28th of November. On the undercard, who would have said this? Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. We'll come to their fight later, but you're going up in weight in cruiserweight now, fighting Blake McKernan, if I believe that's correct. 13-0, undefeated. So, what do you know about Blake?
Nothing really, to be honest. I never been on this stage, so it's kind of hard to know anything. But I respect anybody that step in the ring. But yeah, it's also levels to it. So the thing was, I think the fight was supposed to be on September 12th, and it was like a month away. And they called me. I was like, "Yo, you want to fight on the Mike Tyson Roy Jones undercard?" And I said, "What? They fighting?" And then I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of short notice, to make a light heavyweight." And I want to fight Pascal. I don't look to fight guys like that. And then we can fight at cruiserweight. And whatever, that's the guy they brought in front of me. So I say, yeah, why not? It was only a month away. I don't have to lose all that weight. And this is not really, of course, the fight, but it's more like an event because of Tyson or Jones and the whole thing. So it was a last minute thing. I said, yeah, why not? and then for some reason it got pushed back. Like when we first week of training, they pushed it back 2.5 months. I was like, oh, that kind of sucked. But yeah, it is what it is. So we still got the contract signed. We still staying busy because I wanted to fight Pascal, obviously.
One of the things that really got me when I looked on your social media about this fight was where potentially you're going to you could earn a lot of money still because of the pay-per-view it's going to be on, but all proceeds that you make are going to be going to charity and the Badou Jack Foundation.
Yes.
I know, Badou, I know I've known you for a number of years now, but how important is that Badou Jack Foundation? How much of an eye-opener has it been for you personally when you've gone to places like Jordan and these other neighboring countries in the Middle East where people don't have homes, houses, food, shelter? None of that exists in certain countries. How has that affected you and made you realize there's more to life than living luxury yourself?
Yeah, I mean, as a Muslim, that it feels like that's my duty to if I have this platform to to help my fellow men. So um, yeah, I was in the Palestinian refugee camp in Jordan. I saw some girls. They didn't even have shoes. They just wanted to play with us and hang out. They were maybe 5, 6 years old. None of them had shoes, and it started getting cold too. She's like, "Wow, this is really bad." And this was not even really a refugee camp. Actually, it's more like in the streets. So yeah, so we're just gonna keep helping them, and yeah, the proceeds from this fight going to my foundation.
Are you going to be out in those neighboring countries soon? Is that the plan next year when things get better, obviously with COVID-19?
Yeah, definitely. As soon as we can, everything slows down as far as the COVID, and also when I don't have a fight.
Well, I'd love to go out with you one day. So just let me know and I'll book the flight myself as well. That'd be an honor.
Definitely.
But Badou, the main event on this card, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, a lot of eyebrows raised. We know Roy's been more active than Mike recently. I think Mike hasn't fought for 15 years. He blew up in weight. We know he's got his marijuana stuff that he does on the side as well. But this is an exhibition, right? How is this going to be? Is it going to be after each round they stop, have interviews, or is it going to be, literally going to go in there try and knock each other out?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can't really see Mike Tyson, take it easy on anyone. He had an exhibition fight back in the day, but then he wasn't fighting, nobody like Roy. So I mean, he looked good on the mitts. He looked good on all these training clips. So we'll see if his conditioning, holding up. But same thing with Roy. He's been in a lot of tough fights. He's been knocked out by guys that are, not on Mike Tyson's level. So I mean, it's interesting. But Roy Jones definitely got the edge as far as being active. But he's also not a natural heavyweight, and he could probably punch hard, but he don't punch like Mike Tyson. And Tyson could probably take it better, but I don't know if they're just gonna do an exhibition and not go all 100%. I don't know, but both of them are friends of mine. Like I grew up watching both of them. They're my favorite two of my favorite fighters growing up.
I saw on your social media platform, I think it was Instagram, where there was a post of you praying next to Mike Tyson. So I know you've spent a lot of time with him recently, but when you speak to him, what do you get from him? Do you get a vibe that is this for the money? Is this for something else? Is it he feels like he can make a comeback potentially on a bigger stage?
I mean, it don't feel like as for the money. I mean, I know he's doing the same thing I do as far as helping charities. So, but it looks like he got that hunger back, even though he's 54 years old. I mean, you never know. I mean, boxing is. He had a crazy life, so maybe boxing is what keeps him, happy or keeps him positive. I don't know, but it looks like he got this hunger back.
But is it good for his health, do you think, and Roy's health at this age, going in the ring and just throwing bombs at each other?
I mean, it's the hurt business. It's definitely not good for their health. But depending on how hard they go. But I think they're professionals. They know what they're doing. So hopefully nobody get injured.
We'll wait and see. Badou, a couple of months ago, I think maybe 6-7 weeks, Showtime announced their schedule for
Yeah.
September, October, November. Some big fights. We saw the Charlos, Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. We got Gervonta Davis in a couple of weeks. I was expecting maybe to see Badou Jack versus Pascal, and I didn't see that. And I know that was a fight that was looking to be made. So is that the fight that you want after this, and is it realistically going to be made during these times of COVID-19?
Yes, I mean, like 2 days after the fight, Floyd called me and said, "You guys fight in April." That was before COVID happened, and yeah, we've been trying to fight since. And yeah, the plan was to fight on the co-main for Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. Apparently, Pascal wants the money that's in his contract or whatever, and with no fans, it could be hard. I mean, I'm not the business guy. I'm not the promoter, so I don't know all the details, but that's what I'm hearing, and that's what I understand. I understand also it was a tough fight, and he wouldn't get paid for it. So I mean, I want to get paid too, but I want to get my win. That's I won that fight, and I was supposed to get it on paper too. So, I mean, he wants to get his regular purse. I respect that. It is what it is, and it looks like first quarter of next year it's gonna happen. So yeah, definitely the next fight after this one.
If we say that things don't get better, is it likely you go to a different state in America? We know Gervonta Davis is doing that in his fight. I can't remember the state, somewhere in Texas, I believe, where they can have limited amount of fans. Can that be an option as well?
Definitely, I'll fight him anywhere. So I don't care about that. It's about his purse. But I think eventually, if this don't get better, I mean, it's better to fight for a smaller purse than not fighting for no purse. So, I mean, if we fight in February or January or something, it's going to be over a year since our last fight. So I don't think he want to sit down too much. So I think it's going to happen really soon. So and they got fans back in Texas. So yeah, who knows? I think in Vegas too, they got 10% of the capacity from October 1st. I think so. If it's MGM Grand, 15,000, that's 1,500 that can come in. So I don't know.
Gervonta Davis is out end of this month, regarded by Leonard Elby and Floyd Mayweather as the next star. Floyd went on record to say, we can maybe do 1 million or 2 million pay-per-views, which raise a lot of eyebrows. Can he be that next star?
Yeah, definitely. He got the skills. He got the power. Yeah, he got the following. So yeah, definitely he could be he's already a star, but yeah, definitely people think he just got power. No, he got great boxing skills, and he's very talented.
What's your thoughts on the fight? Leo Santa Cruz has been their multi-weight world champion. He's been there with some amazing fighters. He's a come-forward, aggressive fighter, and he's got a very, very good engine. So is this Gervonta Davis's toughest fight?
I mean, it could be, but I think he's too explosive, too strong for Leo Santa Cruz. But styles make fights, so you never know. That's why it's on pay-per-view. That's why it's an interesting fight. But in my opinion, I think Gervonta's gonna be too strong.
But I just want to get your thoughts. Obviously, Deontay Wilder, it was announced last week that he has split from his long-term trainer, Mark Breland. Obviously, there was a lot of mixed emotions after his fight, where I believe he wasn't happy that the towel was thrown in, etc., etc. But it's taken 7 months now for them to announce that Mark's no longer in the team. So is that a bit of a surprise to you? Was that the right move, the wrong move? What were your kind of thoughts?
I mean, if it's the right or wrong move, that's none of my business. I mean, that whatever they got to do on his team, like he's the boss of his own camp. Whatever if it didn't work out with him, that's on him. So I can't say it's the wrong until we see him fight. But I mean, he's been the head trainer for his whole career, I guess. So maybe something had to change. I don't know. But to me, as far as him throwing in the towel was not wrong. That was the right thing to do. So he was the only guy in his corner that looked out for him. So because that was a tough fight, and he took a lot of punishment. So as far as that, I think Breland did the right thing. If he's not the best trainer for Wilder, maybe that's they'll probably know that better. But just because you're a great trainer, that doesn't mean that's a good fit for him. You know, so I don't know. I respect everybody, but yeah, that's on them.
That is a big fight in America next Saturday. He's regarded as top 5. Some people say he's number 1 pound for pound fighter. Vasily Lomachenko against Teofimo Lopez. It's the old star versus the new star. And I know everyone's hyped about Teofimo, that he has everything, boxing skills and power. Can he cause problems to Loma?
Oh yeah, definitely. I haven't seen too much of him, to be honest. I've seen 1 or 2 fights, and I seen him at the gym, Floyd's gym, sparring a little bit. But no, he's very talented. He's a good fighter. So yeah, and he believes in himself. That's the most important thing. So yeah, of course he can, but Lomachenko is not an easy guy to fight, you know. So that's a good one.
I don't know if you heard about a potential fight happening between Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao. If you read about that, it's
I saw something about that. Yeah.
Conor put it out there that he would have fought 2 of the greatest fighters of our generation, and that's probably a very valid statement that he's made, Pacquiao and Mayweather. But do you give him a better chance to beat Pacquiao, or is it one way?
No, Pacquiao gonna kill him, but shit, you can't blame him. He's making a lot of money, so why not? And then he's testing himself against the 2 best of this generation, so you can't hate on that. I mean, he's making big money too, so more than all the fighters, almost all the boxers in the world. So respect for that.
Finally, Floyd keeps teasing us about comebacks. Badou, he put out a while ago on social media that me and Dana White are working on something. There's rumors that him and Logan Paul as an exhibition. My question isn't about the fight, but Floyd gets a lot of stick about having these type of fights. But if we look back in history, even Muhammad Ali, after he retired, he had a lot of exhibition fights.
Yeah.
So this is really like an exhibition fight. So is it just jealous people there that unfortunately gonna end up buying this and watch Floyd make multi-millions? But what do you make of this whole commotion?
I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, I mean, he gotta do whatever you want to do to make money, and that's easy money, and why not? I mean, he already beat everybody and did his thing in his own boxing career. Whatever he want to do after exhibitions or whatever, why not? I would do the same thing. So if he can make 100 million for a sparring session, I mean, everybody would do it, especially the guys that are hating on it. But yeah, the guy, Logan Paul, I mean, he's not a fighter, so yeah, it could look like, you know, it's kind of, but I don't care if they pay me $100 million, whatever they pay to fight a guy like that, why not?
And Logan Paul, obviously, I know you know Logan Paul very well because you were part of Team KSI that beat Logan Paul last year in that fun event that we saw online.
Yeah. I mean, that's a little different than he fighting, you know, the best fighter of this generation, and you know, but that was also entertainment. That's 2 YouTube guys. But now it's almost a little too much for all these YouTube guys. But when it comes to Floyd, I respect that. That's a business move, not a fight, you know. Business transaction, actually.
All right, Badou, I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time, my man. Wish you all the best in camp for this cruiserweight fight. So we're going to see you a bit more chunkier in the ring, hopefully.
Nah, not really. I'm going back down to 175. This is still actually it's not even cruiser. It's a catch weight of 189 pounds. So that's not a problem. And the thing is, the fight was supposed to be in September, so it was last minute. So I didn't want to cut all the weight for exhibition. Actually, it was supposed to be an exhibition. So, and then they changed it last minute to a real fight, and it is what it is. But yeah, I still got unfinished business at light heavyweight, but I might go up to the cruiserweight after though.
12 rounds, 3 minutes?
This my fight?
Yeah.
No. I think it's an 8-rounder. It might be a 10-rounder.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's just for fun.
As they say, light work.
Yeah.
Badou,
Yeah.
all the best in camp, my man, and I'll definitely hit you up closer to the fight night.
Thank you, brother.
Badou Jack for IFL TV. Thank you very much.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.